What's new in this video series is a discussion of the transformation that occurs in mastery of any practice, where suddenly the practitioner is innovative, often give a virtuoso performance, and has a rich, engaged clinical imagination that really sometimes even transforms the practice.
The proficient performer, there are about a lot of words can be used for this, but the word we use in our research was brings a perspective to the situation. And the role of perspective, I believe, is to bring a sort of foreground, background aspect to the situation of all, and I can't help but talk sort of neuroscientifically,
Right.
Of all the stimuli. Part of being proficient, an important part of being proficient, is distinguishing important stimuli to making sense of the situation from what are impinging on the sense organs, but is not relevant to making sense of the situation. So there are a lot of terms for perspective. One would be making sense of the long-term sense of the situation. If one is familiar with the work of the psychologist J.J. Gibson, affordance, I think, is equivalent to what I would call perspective.
What about salience, a sense of salience?
Well, salience is what perspective, when I say distinguishing important from unimportant, that is salience.
Right.
Perspective gives salience to the situation, and expertise only can act in a situation under a salience. And neuroscientists have recognized to some extent that, but the mechanism by which salience is brought to the situation seems to be, in my reading of the literature, and maybe I missed something, more or less too much for them to even contemplate thinking about.
Right.
Acquiring a skill requires lots and lots of practice and lots of mistakes that you risk and recognize, and that's what we told the Air Force, and they were very happy, and we wrote more and more strange reports to them. The last one, not because I think they got discouraged, we just got interested in something else, but our last paper was called "The Psychic Boom, Flying Beyond the Thought Barrier." And that was...
that's a great title.
Isn't that a good title? And so the Air Force got their money's worth.